Hello, my name is Marissa Torres, and I'm doing a TED Talks video about cyberbullying. All over the US, both public and private schools have decreed their support in what is known as the Safe Schools Improvement Act, an act that is solely dedicated to the protection of its students against physical, emotional, and psychological bullying. The reasons are obvious. Bullying in school causes the victim to feel not just uncomfortable, but unwanted at school. This causes not only a drop in grades, but unwillingness to even attend. Sometimes, the bullying gets to a point where the student sees no way out other than to take their own lives. Parents and teachers both have agreed that this has to stop. School districts have been taking measures to ensure that the students and faculty are not only made aware of the damaging bullying does, but how to help the victims and stop the bullying in its tracks. However, some new evidence on how these students have been bullying each other has raised some dispute within this movement. New York Times has published a story about a Benjamin Franklin middle school where a girl was inundated with sexually explicit threats given to her by a boy, a fellow sixth grader. Horrified, the parents tried going to the principal to request that the boy be punished for what was clearly a case of bullying, only to be turned away. The principal said that the text messages were being sent during the weekend, and the school had no responsibility over them. This girl was a victim of cyberbullying, a popular form of harassment which follows the victim from school and constantly hounds them 24/7 with mediums such as text messaging and social media such as Facebook or Twitter. The argument is that the argument against schools being involved in cyberbullying is that what students say over the internet or text messages shouldn't be held against them in school. Should the school even have the power to punish students for things they say during the weekend or during vacation, they ask? In response to that, I ask, should the school be able to protect your child from harassment so that they can feel safe and welcome when it is time for them to return? It may be hard for parents to think of the stories to be as bad as the media makes them seem, but I can tell you with complete honesty that when you or your friend is being cyberbullied, it is much worse. A friend of mine was cyberbullied. A boy in our grade school decided that he was going to make a Facebook group solely dedicated to hating her. Dozens of my classmates joined, and together they began to pick apart her every flaw. These kids were only about 12 or 13 years old at the time, and they had literally started a hate group that was hell-bent on destroying my friend. Luckily, my school found out about it. And unlike Benjamin Franklin Middle School, they intervened. The group was disbanded, and the guy who created it was suspended from school. And it's because of this, I believe that the school systems should be given the power to protect their students, even when the student is at home.